So Graeme, what can leadership do to stimulate wider workforce engagement and innovation?
Well, Dave, I think the obvious word that comes to mind is empowerment. I know that lots of organisations are focused on trying to increase the levels of engagement and empowerment amongst their wider staff group. Often this means trying to encourage and help people to be curious about their work and to identify for themselves opportunities for improvement related to their own job and their own performance. Beyond that, one of the things that we recommend and really encourage leadership to pursue is something called an innovation challenge, or in fact, a series of innovation challenges. We like to encourage leadership to put out company-wide challenges that are designed to pique the curiosity of the wider workforce, make it clear that the organisation as it stands doesn't know the best way to resolve these challenges, and that the organisation is looking for that wider involvement in the search for ideas coming from all over, really. What they are hoping to do then is to engage more people, stimulate their creativity to bring forward ideas against these challenges. And if that's successful, then this makes a huge difference, leading to a more innovation active workforce.
Okay, and so why would setting an effective innovation challenge then be so important for this?
Yeah, well, I think that one of the main considerations is to try to make sure that you're helping people understand what kind of ideas you're looking for. I think there's a real risk that unless we give people good guidance, then with the best will in the world and with good intention, when you ask people for ideas, they then submit ideas that ultimately the organisation just can't use. So we want to try to encourage people to bring ideas forward, but better if we give them some guidance about how to do that. We talk about trying to create a clear line of sight to strategic objectives. So the more we can do that, the better able we are to direct people's creativity and just make it much less likely that we have to reject ideas that aren't relevant or practical. So leadership have got a big part to play then. They really need to help people more clearly understand how it is that their ideas can help the organisation achieve its objectives.
Okay, and in practice then, in real life, how would that actually work?
Well, we like to use a simple structure for creating the innovation challenge that leadership can set out for the wider organisation. I think the first thing is just to explain as clearly as possible why this is an area where the organisation needs ideas. You know, what's the background to the challenge, what's going to get better, if through employee ideas we can resolve this challenge, what's led to this situation, anything at all that just helps explain why this is an issue just now for the organisation. All of that then, just I suppose you could say it provides the why for people. And it helps them, I suppose, just shape their ideas more appropriately. This should then lead to a clear mission, a call to action, if you like, which takes the form of a statement like, we need ideas for, and then you just insert challenge here. So this is the mission that we are asking the wider workforce to support with their ideas. This just makes it easier for people to home in on the kind of ideas that would be most useful and that the organisation can ultimately use. Even with that, it helps to explain what kind of ideas we're not interested in. It could be tactical constraints around resources, for example, or maybe direction of travel that don't really fit with the company's strategy at this point in time. A few words of guidance here just makes a big difference to help shape and direct ideas. And the final thing we like to see in a challenge is what we call exploration areas. So places we can direct people towards for inspiration or creative nudges. It might be things that other organisations are doing, for example, maybe things that are going on in other parts of the world, or even technologies that we haven't applied yet in our industry. And that exploration just helps stimulate curiosity and drive their creative juices towards some interesting new ideas.